Throughout history, tales of demonic possession and exorcisms have captivated the human imagination. These stories, often shrouded in mystery and fear, explore the dark side of the supernatural and the relentless battle between good and evil. Real exorcisms, performed by religious figures across various cultures, provide a glimpse into this chilling aspect of spiritual warfare. In this video, we delve into some of the most notorious and fascinating cases of possession and exorcism, revealing the horrifying experiences and enduring legacies of those involved. The Exorcism of Anneliese Michel. In the 1970s, German teenager Anneliese Michel underwent a series of exorcisms after displaying disturbing behavior and severe physical and psychological symptoms that medical treatment failed to alleviate. Believing she was possessed by demons, her devout Catholic family turned to priests for help. Over 10 months, Anneliese endured 67 exorcism sessions, which were both physically and mentally draining. Tragically, she died in 1976 from malnutrition and dehydration. Her case, which inspired the film The Exorcism of Emily Rose, remains one of the most controversial and debated exorcism stories, highlighting the intersection of faith, mental health, and the supernatural. The Exorcism of Robbie Mannheim. In 1949, the Exorcism of Robbie Mannheim, a young boy from Maryland, became one of the most well-documented cases of demonic possession. Known by the pseudonym Roland Doe, Robbie exhibited violent behavior, spoke in strange languages, and bore unexplained physical marks. Jesuit priests conducted a series of exorcisms over several weeks, during which Robbie's bed shook, objects flew around the room, and he exhibited superhuman strength. The ordeal culminated in a dramatic final exorcism that reportedly freed Robbie from the demonic presence. This case inspired William Peter Blatty's novel, The Exorcist, which was later adapted into the iconic horror film. The Possession of Clara Germana Seele. In 1906, Clara Germana Seele, a 16-year-old student at St. Michael's Mission in South Africa, began exhibiting alarming signs of possession, such as speaking in languages she had never learned, demonstrating superhuman strength, and showing an aversion to religious objects. Witnesses reported seeing her levitate and hearing her produce unnatural sounds. 2 priests performed an exorcism over 2 days, during which Clara's behavior became increasingly violent and erratic. Ultimately, the exorcism was deemed successful, and Clara was freed from the demonic presence. Her case remains one of the most dramatic examples of early 20th century exorcism rites. The Smurl Haunting. The Smurl Haunting occurred in West Pittston, Pennsylvania, during the 1970s and 1980s, when the Smurl family reported a series of terrifying events in their home, including foul odors, disturbing noises, and physical assaults by unseen forces. Believing their home was plagued by demonic entities, the family sought help from renowned demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens conducted multiple investigations and exorcisms, facing intense resistance from the malevolent presence. The haunting was widely publicized and later became the subject of the book and film The Haunted, highlighting the harrowing experiences of the Smurl family. The Possession of Michael Taylor. In 1974, Michael Taylor, a mild-mannered British man, began exhibiting violent and erratic behavior after attending a local prayer group. His actions escalated, and his family believed he was possessed by demonic forces. During an intense all-night exorcism conducted by local priests, they claimed to have expelled multiple demons from him. Tragically, just hours after the exorcism, Michael brutally murdered his wife in a frenzied attack. The case shocked the public and raised profound questions about the psychological and spiritual implications of exorcism, highlighting the potentially dangerous intersections of faith and mental health. The Exorcism of Maurice Theriault. Maurice Theriault, a New England farmer, exhibited disturbing behavior and physical symptoms, such as bleeding from his eyes and levitating objects. Renowned demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren investigated Maurice's case and concluded that he was possessed by multiple demons. A Catholic priest performed an exorcism, which was documented on film. During the ritual, Morris displayed extreme reactions to religious objects and prayers. While the exorcism provided some relief, Morris's life remained troubled until his death, and his story, which inspired the character Frenchie in the Conjuring universe, highlights the complex and often controversial nature of exorcism cases. The Loudun possessions. The Loudun possessions were a series of alleged demonic possessions and exorcisms that took place in 17th century France. Ursuline nuns in the town of Loudun claimed to be possessed by demons, exhibiting convulsions, speaking in tongues, and accusing local priest Urbain Grandier of witchcraft. Grandier was eventually convicted and burned at the stake. The Loudun possessions, steeped in political and religious intrigue, remain one of history's most notorious cases of mass possession. The Ammons Haunting. In 2011, Latoya Ammons and her family experienced a series of disturbing events in their Indiana home, including unexplained noises, levitation, and violent behavior from the children. Believing they were under demonic attack, the family sought help from clergy, who performed multiple exorcisms on both the children and the house. The case gained widespread media attention, with law enforcement and medical professionals witnessing some of the phenomena. Often referred to as the Gary Demon House, the Ammons Haunting remains a modern example of alleged demonic possession and exorcism, sparking both belief and skepticism in equal measure. The Exorcism of Elizabeth Knapp. In 1671, Elizabeth Knapp, a 16-year-old servant in Groton, Massachusetts, began exhibiting alarming signs of possession, such as violent convulsions, fits of rage, and accusations of making a pact with the devil. Reverend Samuel Willard meticulously documented her case, noting her extreme reactions to religious objects, speaking in tongues, and displaying supernatural strength. The exorcism process, which lasted several months, involved intense prayers and rituals aimed at expelling the demonic presence. Elizabeth's case offers a rare glimpse into early American exorcism practices and the Puritan community's fervent belief in the supernatural and fear of witchcraft. Her story remains a significant example of the historical interplay between religion, mental health, and the supernatural. The Exorcism of Julia. In the late 1990s, Dr. Richard Gallagher, a psychiatrist, documented the exorcism of a woman known as Julia. Exhibiting classic signs of possession, Julia spoke in foreign languages, displayed knowledge of hidden events, and showed aversion to sacred objects. Dr. Gallagher's detailed account, published in medical and religious journals, provided a unique perspective on the intersection of science and the supernatural in contemporary exorcism cases. Julia's case remains one of the most thoroughly documented instances of alleged demonic possession, illustrating the complexities and challenges of distinguishing between mental health issues and paranormal phenomena. The possession of Janet Hodgson. The Enfield poltergeist case, involving 11-year-old Janet Hodgson, became one of the most famous hauntings in the UK. In the late 1970s, Janet and her family experienced intense paranormal activity in their North London home, including furniture moving on its own, strange knocking sounds, and Janet speaking in a deep, unnatural voice. Paranormal investigators, including Maurice Gross and Guy Liam Playfair, documented numerous disturbances, and Ede and Lorraine Warren also became involved in the case. Janet's experiences, which included levitation and unexplained physical phenomena, were dramatized in the film The Conjuring 2, capturing the public's imagination and highlighting the enduring fascination with possession and exorcism stories. That's all for today's video. If you found this video intriguing and want to watch more about supernatural phenomena and historical mysteries, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content.